All right, so happy Monday, everybody. So tonight we're looking at one of my personal favorites, Hon Gyaku on the ground. It is impossible to do a whole Hon Gyaku on the ground class just because you'd all quit the dojo in 5 minutes. It's brutal. This will hurt. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be unpleasant. This will hurt. I hope your wrists are warmed up. But to start, to get there, we're going to look at a kata from Kukishin Denyu called Iso Arashi. Means Rocky Beach Storm. So we're going to use that to kind of get down into the ground to start. Okay, so Arden, if I can borrow you. Well, actually, what about Adam? This is one of his favorites. This is like one of his personal favorites. You remember
left
it?
Grab?
Yeah, left grab, right punch,
Yeah. Bam.
kick,
Kick.
and then to your face, and then down to the ground. Okay? So, bunch of little things going on right now. So the attack is a grab, right punch, right kick. That's the attack. All right, so grab, right punch, right kick. All right, I'm hitting the first one away, hitting the second one away, moving back inside. I'm then going to a shakoken to his face and going down to the ground. All right, just like that, pretty simple. Make sense? Anybody want to see it again? One more time. Okay, so grab, punch, kick, and down. Okay?
So you're kind of going down in a circular motion?
Yes, I'm going backwards and rotating the whole time, and I'm also kind of going up and down. All right, we'll get into that a little bit more as we get deeper in, but that's just the framework to start with. Make sense? Yes?
The kick is straight kick.
Yeah. Straight kick. So he's coming in here, boom, he sees that knee, he's gonna try to blow that out. Okay, so he blows that out, boom, we get into here, and may go down after 2. Okay? Does. Make sense? All right, let's start there. Go ahead. Matthew, can I borrow you? You guys are doing real well. So, I didn't point this out, but this hand is coming into play. Every time I'm going around, I'm getting more and more of this amulte on this hand. I think you guys kind of picked that up. Think of this as a clock. Right now, Matt and I are 12 and 12, right? All right, we'll say that's 6, that's 9, that's 3. As the first one comes in, I'm kind of moving off to 10. All right? As that kick comes in, I'm moving back into 12. On the shakoken, I'm going over to 3. And then coming back to 6. Okay? So see a couple of people, they're not moving around on that shakoken. They're getting the 1, 2, and then they're going at it right from here. You won't get the ability to turn him down as easily. Now, you can do other things, there's no doubt about it. But see if we can get, here, here, and then down. Okay? All right, grab. Yeah.
They don't have to be exact, but just say the numbers again.
Starting at 12, kind of going to 10, coming back to 12, to 3, to 6. Okay? Yep.
Thing I'm just noticing is who here is looking at their partner's head like a basketball and trying to shove it through the hoop. So not quite it, not quite the feeling we're looking for. What the shakoken is doing here right now, it's just taking their spine. It's just helping take their structure. That's it. If I have Mr. Arden here with me, he's got the grab on. We've moved off. We've moved through. And then from here, if I take his head and I'm trying to slam it down, I'm actually kind of grounding him into this leg. That's actually making the actual drop on this harder. I just want to take him a little bit back. That's it. It's done its job. Now from here, it gets a little bit easier to move and bring them down, okay? So don't try to shove them down. You won't slam dunk a human being into the pavement until you've done a lot of other work beforehand.
Well, and they're holding on to their hand in the gi.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to shove them down so hard, do they rip their arm out of their socket at the same time?
If you can do that, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. In fact, stay off the streets. So, all right. Does it all make sense? Okay. Yosh, continue.
We have this, what I'm seeing happen is people being very, very linear and one-dimensional. It's kind of something that I'm seeing repeated through a lot of groups. So folks are kind of moving off this first punch. They're moving laterally, and you can see right now, I'm kind of square to Adam. How much has his wrist turned between the first and second movement? 0. Looked like the beginning. Yeah, he actually just punched me in the face right here because I haven't changed anything. Let's solve that problem with our movement. So let's rotate a little bit. I think we can maybe get a better angle. 1, 2. We've rotated our body a bit as we've moved across that line. Before I was here, that gives you all that space, but if I have rotated, I got him to here. Now this is right here. He's really off balance. Oh, we barely had to sink. So use your rotation during that second movement just a bit to help reinforce what you're doing with the emote. Yeah, go, Yoshi.
He said this isn't an Iso Arashi class. There's a lot of points this kata. Just giving you something to kind of work with. Adam, can I borrow you again real quick? So I think we all know the premise. This grab's coming in. We're getting out of the way of this. This kick's coming in. I'm kind of turning around him and taking him down, roughly. Okay, that's kind of where we're going to. If you want to go through the whole kata, that's fine. So now we're getting to the meat of class. This is a Hon Gyaku class on the ground. So we're going to start right here because he still has this. All right, maybe he still has this. He's still grabbing on me. I'm going to throw this knee in here and leap right into this Hon Gyaku. Now, oh, you're already bleeding. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay. Now I'm doing a couple things too because I got to worry about that. I'm actually, instead of using my hand here, I'm actually going to use my leg in on this as I apply this and start pounding him. Right now, I'm going to guarantee that probably the wanting to punch me right now is probably really not that great. So I have this tight, holding this here, and just like, so he's grabbed like, oh no. Boom, boom, boom. That sucks a lot.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of pressure on here. There's a lot of pressure. This is not. Hit him a couple times, get out of it. All right. This is not nice. Okay, because I'm probably broken rib. Whack, smash this. Okay. Do we see how to get into it? Anybody want to feel it? On who? You want to feel it?
Definitely not yet. I'm getting closer.
Okay.
Do you want me to
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nice. Pulling me down. Oh, no. I realized. Kneeling. Turn. You see it from there, Mr. Pulisic?
Yeah, come on over. Take your time.
So, here, I realize I'm getting pulled down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this isn't fun for him right now. Okay? All right. Go ahead.
I'll say, as just a quick note for realism, we're not kind of kneeling on them and just holding them there and holding the wrist and saying, where are the drugs? We're dropping crate and moving on. You can go home. Mr. Matt, can I borrow just a second? And I'm just going to kind of take the emote here and move. We got the partner down. He's grabbed me and he's kind of pointing out. So one of the first things I'm noticing is that a lot of folks are kind of bending over their partner this way to get at the hand. You don't have to bend over. In fact, I want to make sure. Go ahead, Matt. Pull me. I want to make sure that all he's doing is pulling my knee into his ribs and chest. I don't want to be here where I can be more easily kicked, up kicked. I don't want him to be able to potentially reach me with his other hand. So when we do this, imagine that we're going to kind of push our knee through a little bit, and this kind of puts his hand right in front of me. I don't have to bend over and reach it so much. It's right here. Now we have this, and cool. We got our break. We can still use our body. We can still turn and use the hips to get this. But if I'm here and Matt goes to pull, I gotta save, and I really don't want to lose that time. I want to break him. So, well, maybe not him, but yeah, the other guy definitely. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Well, tip for the high-level people. So we just got to get the emote. We're getting down here, and as I'm going down to this, boom, he's grabbing. I can use this leg to help flip him around into this. All right. I don't have to just stand here and go blah, blah, blah. I can actually use this to push and put some torque on him, almost like I was going to swing around for an arm break. Oh, great. Oh, okay. I'll just take it from there. Okay. So as we practice that later, just remember that. So now we're going to look at what happens if Matt does pull me over. I was too late. I couldn't get it. I brought him down, and he actually, oh my God, pulls me over. And now we're in guard. Oh no. Just gonna do the same thing. Take this hand, come right out here. Just crush him that way. All right, and I'm being super, super nice right now. If I laced my legs in around under his chin right now, it'd be a lot worse. If I kicked his leg out, it'd be a lot worse. Can we get just to this position? This is enough right now, isn't it, Matt? Okay.
Yep.
So he's rolled over. I've gotten him into guard. I'm going to shrimp to the side. As I shrimp, I'm going to apply and apply. 1, and then I'm going to come out. 2. Okay? So I'm applying this as I shrimp. We got it? Okay. right, go ahead.
Like a cat. Yeah. So we've got our partner down, and we're playing this right now where we've kind of made a bit of a mistake. We're off balance, and this person's really strong. I'm not just kind of going over and laying here. Because what he's not going to do is crawl all the way around just to get between my legs and give me a better position. Now, this person's going to probably try to get right up on you. They're hitting, they're elbowing, they're trying to maybe take side control and mount. And I want to actively defend myself from that. So if we start from that position, here we are. As we're getting pulled over, when we go to roll, I want to make sure I'm turning in. I want to get my legs between us. I want to try to make sure I get to guard and make him have to come into my guard to fight me. If I'm just laying there, he won't do that. He's just going to beat me up. I don't like that. So yeah, I really want to try to make sure that however we're doing this, I'm at least being active in trying to prevent a bad position from happening. Does that make sense? Yep. That's it? Yosh. How you know? We came across something interesting over here, Mr. Arden, if I could borrow you. I want to start from guard just for a minute to practice using our body movement to set this up. So, we have our partner right now, the attack, keeping this very straightforward. It's a double lapel grab. It could be a single. He might be punching with the other hand. We don't know. But one of the things that I'll see is I'll see folks move to here. They'll start to work on this. Here, you don't have to roll that over for me. You're being very nice. And they'll kind of roll over this way. And what ends up happening is he's still kind of on balance. I've got like 3/4 of the wrist, but I'm really not quite there. I'm just going to have more work in front of me. I'm probably going to eat a right on my way to it. So what I'd like us to do is we're working on this same shrimp, getting out here. We're going to displace our body over here. This keeps this in front of me. Now that I have this break right here, we can throw the leg up if we so choose. We might just kick if we so choose. But we're switching our hips from over here to over here. That tends to clear the hand, get it up in front of me, and now we have this nice sweet break. Does anybody see what I mean? Does anybody have any questions on that? Do you need to see that, sir? You feel good? Okay. All right. Yosh. The bottom leg is generally going to be checking the hip or holding on to their bottom. There's a few different things that can happen. And actually, part of it's going to be dependent on your positioning, angling, and distancing, right? Just like with stand-up. Let's talk about this, for example, Mr. Adam, if I could borrow you. If we're dealing with a lapel grab, right, and we've been kind of working this Hon Gyaku, we know from our experience that if I'm out like this, he's going to get his hand right back, isn't he? I'm not going to be able to keep that, right? So we've generally found that it's a little bit easier if you kind of have the right position, the right distancing. We're kind of bladed. We're almost, in a perfect world, kind of perpendicular. The same is going to go true on the ground. So one of the things that I'll see is I'll see folks working through this, and they're doing pretty good. But they kind of get very far away here. So yeah, Adam's going to pull that back, and it's a fight again. Now, if you want that distance because you want to kick or potentially knee him in the face by accident, that's fine. But be aware that that's what you're doing. So if we're sort of working in this area, watch this on leg, this top leg would be bottom and second. We're working on this here. I'm using these legs to help maintain this distance. They're not just kind of laying flat on you, right? Your legs kind of blocks you too. Pulling this back. Cool. I actually kind of want to stay with it. I like this. If I let things extend, I'm kind of parallel to him. I won't really be in position to control this wrist well enough to break it against the resisting wrist. Does that make sense? All right, very cool. Yosh, let's go.
So this thing we're looking at has a lot of up and down that I didn't really kind of talk about in the first part. You know, where this is coming in kind of here. As the second one's coming, I'm actually dropping down a little bit, and then come back up, and then up that. You know, to really kind of disrupt him in that fashion. Not just the circular, but it's this up and down aspect that we have. Okay? So let's actually just kind of look at just that aspect for a second. We're going to kind of maybe dirty it up a little bit. All right? So this first one's coming in, we're going to say, hi, oh my God, stretching him out a little bit. Maybe come in with another punch. Whoa! Maybe come in with another punch. Whoa! Maybe come in with another punch. Okay? I'm just gonna use this up and down aspect. I got the cover, I know he can't hit me. All I'm gonna do is change levels and walk around behind him the whole time. Okay? Invariably, what I'd like us to get to is I'd like you and I are grabbing onto each other. Here. Like this. And my first move was down. My second move was up. My third was down. And you can actually start controlling something with this aspect of just going up, down, and moving around. Just because sometimes stuff's gonna get messy. You're not gonna want to let go. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and there could be just people, you know, jacking up and pushing you around. Like, how can you use that up-down momentum in a frantic situation? But before we get there, he's punching. Whoa, I'm gonna stay high with this. He punches again. Whoa, I'm gonna kind of come down. He punches again. Whoa, I'm gonna come high. Whoa. And it's really the up-down. I'm not really pushing him. I have the hand going, just bringing this up a little bit. Does this make sense? People? Because everything's not gonna be a clean kata. It's just not. Get some guy grabbing you, he's just throwing at you. He's got a great grip. He's really leveled on. You can't get up, you can't get away. You know, and you can't look at your wits about you to really pull off something cool. What can you do? You're just gonna stand there and just get pounded. Right? You're just gonna stand there because, you know, after 3 or 4 times, this, he's gonna start winning. Right? I mean, I can only do it so many times where it's like, well, it's there, cool moments are there. I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm confined. This is too strong. I can't break it. Yeah, I could. There's other thing, but I'm not going. I just can't. I'm not thinking about it. I didn't even think this would happen. All right, that first one comes in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look. And get him down to there. It's usually kind of up, down thing. Up, down, a little bit. Okay? So we're going to get a little rough for a second. All right. Does this make sense? Yep. That's good. Okay. This is just a part of this. I just wanted people. I didn't want to forget this isn't the class. We could work on this for a long time because I see a lot of time when people get stuck and they're trying to do, you know, or something. They don't change levels. They get stuck. They can't get out. They're just moving and they don't change levels at all. When they have that option totally available to them. And this is one of the ones that actually kind of, to me, shows that. You know, this changing levels really is disruptive. Very hard, you know, to get a good solid punch when the person's down here and then they're up here and you're trying to wail away. It takes a lot off it. It really gets them discombobulated. So putting that out there just so we can remember that this is something that's usually available to you that a lot of people just miss. But also to give your wrist a break for half a second. Okay? So now we're getting back to the wrist stuff. All right, so yeah, come on out. So you've been going through this well. Let's just actually say, let's just have this just start from grab, punch, boom, and I'm just gonna actually just move by and take it down to roughly get into the same position. Okay? From here, he's thrown me over. Whoa! But I didn't have time to have him get in guard. And he just boom, mounts right on top of me and just starts choking me. You know? Alright, so now I'm down here, I got nail on me, I got everything right here. Great. Wonderful, good times. Here, we'll bump up and roll, but as we do it, we're going to put on the Hon Gyaku snap. So really get him I find that if you put this on, people don't really get overly committed to wrapping it over your ground punch.
Yeah, that's.
They're really not, they're usually trying to keep their legs open to try to move. Because if he wraps me up in guard, he knows that his hands, he just took away an option to try to get away. So I find if you hit this, that guard is never really that tight. So we're going to move from here, and then from here we could just roll out and break his wrist. Totally fine. We're not going to do that. If you can get to here, great. I'm happy with that. If you can roll them and apply Hon Gyaku at the same time, I'll be very, very happy. Without breaking his wrist. All right, so one more time from the side. He's here, he's got them on top of me. He's choking me. I'm hitting. Rolling, so it's gonna be not the side that's going over, kind of the back side that's following that I'm gonna apply this on. I could do them both, but I'm gonna start with this one. It's over, I pass this right over, and right there. Keep this on, and then we just roll from here. Makes sense. It's a good way to end the night. Good.
Happy endings.
I just want to make sure that we're not skipping steps. I have Mr. Adam on me here, and particularly if you haven't been down here or had to deal with this kind of stuff in a long time, it's easy to forget a couple little minor things. If I just try to roll from here, if Mr. Adams kind of letting me do this, I'm really going to struggle to bring him over. So make sure using the balls of your feet that we're adding some lift through the hips. This is a bridge. If Adam fell away from me, it's like that Korn album. Here we are. And no one liked my Korn reference. That's okay. It's a terrible album. So here we are. This is a bridge. Make sure you're bridging up as you go to bring someone over. We're not just kind of rolling them flat. We got like 2 more minutes.